What's going on, guys? This video is on how to go about feeding your bearded dragon. Bearded dragons are omnivores, which means they eat vegetables and insects. Their diet depends on their age, so younger bearded dragons eat usually around 80% insects and 20% vegetables, whereas adult bearded dragons eat the opposite, 20% insects and 80% vegetables. A huge thing you want to make sure of while feeding your bearded dragon is that its food is not bigger than the gap between its eyes, because if it is, it can get stuck in the digestive system, which is not going to end up well. Safe vegetables that you can always feed your bearded dragon include squash, collard greens, and mustard greens. I use collard greens all the time because he loves them and I've just been using them forever. You could also feed your bearded dragon fruits once in a while. Just make sure you cut them up really well. And safe fruits to feed him include melon, apples, and strawberries. Safe insects to feed your bearded dragon with include butterworms, mealworms, and superworms. Crickets are the best selection among those choices. Worms are known to give digestive problems sometimes. Although I've never had a problem, it's known that the outer shell of mealworms and superworms cause impaction in bearded dragons. Another important component that you need when it comes to feeding bearded dragons is calcium. You're going to need to sprinkle this white powder on its food once in a while. I usually do it every other day. The best way to do it, I found, is to just sprinkle it in the worms or the crickets, and they'll eat it and get it on them, so you won't even need to keep sprinkling it. Also, another tip about mealworms, these things will last forever. When you buy a batch, just put it in the fridge after you're done using it every time, and they won't peel or shed or morph into beetles or any of that stuff. They'll just be there until you use them all, so it's a pretty helpful tip there. Okay, so before you feed your bearded dragon, you're going to want to make sure that you wash the vegetables. I'm using collard greens in this case, and the way I do it is I just rip them into small pieces. I just rip it up and throw it in his food dish, and that'll work just fine. Just remember, like I said, make sure the pieces are smaller than the gap between his eyes. Alright, so once I got the collard greens in there, I usually just drop some worms in and make them a nice salad. And the best part of it all is watching him eat his food, because he's hilarious. But anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.